of the day. So we don't get this mechanism as to why your government will be willing to like reduce these problems within the status quo. Onto the idea of saying that individuals are going to reject. Notice that it is the legitimate authority of the country, the state that is not questioned by anybody, that is imposing this particular policy. So in the event where the state imposes this particular policy, we clearly don't face rejection. One, because it favors people, it favors citizens, right? When they tell us that at the end of the day that the government won't have resources, we clearly tell you it is principally justified that it is working for the vast majority of countries within the global north. So inherently, when we tell you that we have more impact in our world, even if we are not able to like impact global south countries, which are the few population of countries within the world, we think it is the judges are still willing to buy into that particular idea. Onto the idea of telling us about vulnerable people denied. Onto the idea of telling us about vulnerable people and things to do with delocalization and sort of things. They tell us that, hey, look, when the government is the one that has nationalized these services, vulnerable people are still left at the status quo. Notice that your world clearly shows why this is most likely, because when you nationalize specifics and you leave out specific to like some other individuals, it clearly shows you have the incentive, because they tell us they paid nationalization to be something that is entirely bad, but in their world they tell us we are not nationalizing all, we are nationalizing others, right? This is a clear strategic flaw in their world of this debate. Onto the idea of vulnerable people. We think we favor them more in our world, because with the government we have the social contract that we show you in a buzzer speech, that the government has the responsibility towards its people. In your world, these people are individuals that want to make profits. To that extent where they don't make profits, they have no connection with people, right? At the end of the day, we clearly show you, it looks like trying to say land is being owned by the community in South Sudan. This is kind of way of saying that it's privatized, right? Look at the way people are conflicting over land as per now. The vast majority of people are being killed and others are not living in good places, simply because of the perception that land is ours and is not for the government, right? This is a clear thing that shows when individuals have this monopoly, they are not able to acknowledge the fact that this is a society that each and everybody has to live in. Onto the idea of telling us that, hey, look, it concentrates power and corruption. Let me take that POR.